If words have started slipping away, if you lose your train of thought mid-sentence, if conversations feel just a bit foggier than they used to, pause right here. In the next few minutes, you'll learn a simple 1-minute routine that older adults are using to gently wake up memory, clarity, and confidence, without apps, pills, or equipment. It looks almost too simple. That's why it works. This is not a workout, it's a signal to your brain. Quick note before we begin. This video is educational and not a medical diagnosis. If you've had recent surgery or a neurological condition, talk with your clinician first. Researchers have shown that very small, deliberate movements can stimulate the brain's language centers, attention networks, balance systems, and circulation. We're going to use that to your advantage through 4 micro exercises that feel natural, soothing, and surprisingly effective. Then I'll show you how to blend them into a single 1-minute flow you can do daily. Stay with me to the end. I'll also share 3 tiny tricks that multiply your results and the 3 common mistakes that quietly erase them. Most people never think about the tongue unless they bite it, yet it's one of the most nerve-rich muscles in the body, with deep connections to speech, verbal memory, and even balance. When it's used deliberately, those circuits light up. Sit comfortably. Let your shoulders soften. Breathe. Gently extend your tongue, only as far as feels easy, and notice the subtle activation across your jaw, cheeks, and the space behind your eyes. Bring it back in. Guide your tongue to one side, then the other, like you're pressing the inside of each cheek from within. Feel how the face wakes up. Finish by resting the tongue against the roof of your mouth and allow your breath to slow. You may notice a tiny yawn or a gentle warmth behind the forehead. That's the brain responding. Make it effortless. No straining, no forcing, just a few relaxed moments, like an on switch for language and recall. Your ears aren't just for hearing. They're loaded with nerve endings that speak directly to the brainstem and the vestibular system, the body's internal sense of which way is up. When those pathways get a little sleepy, walking can feel unsteady and the mind feels dull. This gentle massage says, wake up. Cradle each ear between thumb and fingers. Lift very slightly, like you're lengthening your posture from the sides of your head. Ease the ears outward, then downward, with the same softness you'd use to smooth a wrinkle in a favorite shirt. Finish with small, unhurried circles along the outer edge and the tender notch near the cheek. Many people feel a quiet yawn, a wave of calm, or a bit more brightness behind the eyes. Perfect. That's your nervous system finding balance. The toes map to areas of the brain that support posture, coordination, and yes, working memory. As we age, we stop moving them on purpose, and the brain stops listening. Let's reintroduce that conversation. Sit tall with bare feet resting on the floor. Lift your toes gently without lifting the heels. Then place them down and imagine the tips hugging the ground. Let the toes glide a little forward and back as if you're tracing a small curve into the floor. Finally, open and close the toes like a flower waking with the morning light. Small movements. Calm breath. Notice how your ankles, calves, and even the lower back soften when the toes participate. When you stand later, expect your footing to feel surer, like the ground is meeting you halfway. A tense neck is like a kinked hose. It limits what reaches the brain. This is a smooth, easy reset. No stretching to the edge, just space. Sitting upright, turn your head comfortably to one side, then back to center, then the other side. Lift your gaze slightly as if you're noticing a cloud, then return to neutral and let your chin bow gently toward the chest. Move as if gliding through warm water. No rush. The goal is circulation, not range. You may feel a soft release around the base of the skull. That release is clarity. Now let's blend it, tongue, ears, toes, and neck. In a single, smooth minute you can repeat every day. Sit well. Exhale longer than you inhale. Let the toes wake up, lifting, settling, softly engaging the ground, while the head glides right, center, left, center. Invite the tongue, gently out, then right, then left. Rest it against the roof of the mouth. Cradle the ears. A light lift, an easy widening, a soothing downstroke. Finish with slow circles. Let the neck float, skyward and then softly earthward. Return to tall and quiet. That's the whole practice. No timers, no reps, just a rhythm your nervous system understands. There. 3 amplifiers you must follow. Water first. A glass of room temperature water a few minutes before you begin. Hydration helps signals travel and keeps thinking smooth. Breathe on purpose. Inhale gently through your nose. Exhale a touch longer through your mouth. Calm breath equals calm chemistry. Soft instrumental music, low piano or strings in the background tells your brain, this is safe. Habits stick better when they feel good. Also, I want to remind you, these 3 mistakes must be avoided. Rushing. This isn't a checklist. Slow movement sends stronger signals. Forcing. Discomfort is a cue to ease the range. Small, smooth, and kind is more effective than big and brave. Inconsistency. Daily is the magic. Tie it to something you already do, after brushing your teeth, before morning coffee, or as a bedtime wind-down. In the first few sessions, a lighter head, steadier first steps, and fewer "what was I saying" moments. Over a couple of weeks, conversations feel easier to follow, names come back faster, and walking feels more confident, even on uneven ground. The wins are quiet, but unmistakable. If you want a simple way to track progress, keep a tiny note on the fridge with 3 words: recall, focus, balance. Each day, just mark how they felt: better, same, or rough. Watching better appear more often is deeply motivating. Morning or evening. The best time is the one you'll keep. Morning primes your day. Evening helps consolidate calm. Arthritis or stiffness. Shrink the range, slow the pace. The brain cares more about the signal than the size. Dizziness? Stay seated, move slower, and pause if needed. If symptoms continue, check in with your clinician. Do the 1-minute flow today. That's it, 1 minute. No timers, no counting, just breath-led movement. Tomorrow, do it again in the same place at the same point in your routine. Consistency builds the circuit. The circuit carries you. If this helped, tell me in the comments where you're watching from and which part felt best today. The tongue, the ear massage, the toe wake-up, or the neck flow. Your note might be exactly what someone else needs to start. If you want more gentle, science-guided routines you can do at home, like this video, share it with a friend who'd love a clearer mind and steadier steps, and subscribe so you don't miss the next session. Small signals change the brain. 1 mindful minute a day can bring your clarity and your confidence back online.